me if y'all think these men do the same thing. I'm gonna play the other video first, and then this one you see on the this one is the other one.
Man, I almost got beat up for looking out for one of you young heifers today, man. So how about I'm coming outside of Costco's, right? And I see this couple, we're walking together outside of Costco's, and I noticed that they parked next to me. And the passenger side is by my driver's side, right? So I see that the young man, he gets inside of the car without opening the car door for the woman that he's with. So I kindly and politely,
Mind your business. Mind your fucking business, bro. What? Y'all hear what he about to say? I kindly and politely opened the door for her. Why are you doing that? Who asked you to try to play matchmaker and or teacher? Watch this shit.
open the car door for her. You know, just trying to be a gentleman and to be an example for the young man that she was with, to let him know that, hey, a woman is not supposed to be, you know, touching a car.
That's not going to be the example that's shown. That is not going to be the example that's shown. That's one instant. This is why people be telling y'all, watch out for characters like this, because he sound good, right? Women that eat this shit off the fucking bone. But you just basically disrespected him because you felt like he wasn't treating the woman right. Not even thinking that they could have just had an argument. But I'm still supposed to treat you like here when we probably just had an argument, or that could even be his friend. You don't know if that's a relationship or not. You're assuming. Damn. Really, bro? Really? Like, you went out of your way to not mind your own business, and now it's her fault that you got pressed? That don't make sense. It's like, if we keeping it 100, if you have a woman right now and she seen you doing that, I'm pretty sure she'll be mad. Because at the end of the day, it's like there's nothing being kind if you're helping somebody to their car or some shit. But you legitimately went out of your way to do something that could have caused you more harm instead of just minding your business. And now you're trying to blame her when you could have just minded your business.
So he called himself getting out of the car. And he say, nigga, did you just touch my car door? And I was like, hey, I was just opening it for the young lady. So he went to raising his voice, and I'm like, young man, look here. I was just being a good steward. You know, I don't want no problems, young man. I don't want no smoke or whatever you young people call it. But I'm like, young man, look here. I was just trying to be an example and show you how it's supposed to be done. And you know, he's steady raising his voice, and I said, hey, look here. I'm gonna get in my car and leave, okay? I don't want you to get yourself in something that you're not gonna be able to get yourself out of. You know, but was I wrong? I think I was wrong. I'm not gonna lie. I think I was wrong. I shouldn't have touched his car door. And you know what I'm saying? I kind of apologized for that. And I was like, you know what? I'm sorry. That's my fault. You know, I ain't had no business touching this car door. But he ain't had no business letting that woman touch that car door.
I mean, I know y'all gonna eat this up and love them. But this could turn out bad. I'm not saying it do. But that courtesy that women, I'm only affording it to the women that for me, daughters, aunts, cousins, you know, like women I know, not no stranger. Because at the end of the day, you've seen enough instances of you helping a stranger and then that stranger turning on you. Didn't even try to help you. You ain't say she tried to help. She probably just got in the car and now you just made him look like more of a man because he barked on you. But I know y'all not gonna look at it like that. But tell me if y'all think this the same type of dude right here. It's gonna be a little long one. So
last night we learnt some new information. Jackie, why don't you fill us in on the situation with Clint?
So after final vows, things ended pretty badly.
a quick preview. She is married to the dude right next to her, you know, married at first sight. She's married to the dude right next to her. And then the 2 weeks in the beginning of this whole shit, she basically not fell in love with somebody else, but thought she fell in love with somebody else, was seeing the other person while blaming the guy in the purple for everything that he supposedly doesn't do to coddle her emotions. Like, she's on some, if you if you don't close the door, or the door I ask you to keep closed, that's not you paying attention to my emotions. Like, how was the door adding up to your emotions? No fucking clue. That was just a quick overview so y'all could understand what she's about to do and or say.
I was pretty sad for about 2 weeks, and
What did you say during final vows? You didn't seem sad then. You didn't seem sad then.
Like, that's it. You thought she was going to be iconic.
so yeah, Clint and I had started talking, and we developed a friendship. We started bonding over our shared experience in the experiment and how disappointed we essentially were. And then Clint invited me down to Tasmania, so just took the leap, flew down with a one-way ticket, and we just
Yeah, that all sounds terrible, man. There's no justification in that. It's like you're supposed to be giving your attention to the dude right next to him, but you're giving him criticism. And this dude who you felt like is going to give you everything you want, because at the end of the day, that's the only reason why you did that. If dude was doing that, you would have gladly would have stayed with him. But you wanted to change him and not add to the situation, and he's willing to be changed, or at least let his money talk, because that's what he looked like. He looked like one of those. But let me not talk. Let's watch it.
hit it off, and we found out we've got like a lot in common. We have a lot of fun together. We can't spend a minute apart really without missing each other. We've tested, have kids, how many kids would you have? Like, we've kind of gone through everything and figured out actually.
Now tell me who thinks he is dictating the pace, because I feel like he is. Like, you could say whatever you want. He's putting in all that effort towards you. You're just receiving. I don't see you as a person, as a giver. Like in the last relationship, like I was telling y'all, she was just complaining about shit, but still stayed. It's like you could have just left. You still stayed. Whole time, because the 2 weeks she's talking about, that's the initial start of the experiment. So when you're supposed to be focusing on the person you just married, she was focusing on somebody else.
We do feel like we're compatible, and we're really happy. And so, yeah, I'm moving in with Clint.
She moving in with him.
That's mad, Billy.
So within this room, signed up for an experiment where you're gonna marry a stranger. You're gonna go 3 months of your lives. Like, it's not a big deal.
Big deal.
Who thinks she found her a sucker? Because if we even at 100, he's not that appealing. I'm not judging, but I know what would make him appealing and would make a woman like that go after him. Because if he didn't have enough, she wouldn't feel like she could get it from him. And if the other dude had enough, she wouldn't be leaving him for somebody who looked like him. At least that's the way I'm looking at it. If you stay to this part of the video, leave me a comment and tell me what you think.
Having their own experiment. I would love to hear from you, Clint. How serious is this for you?
Oh, it's very serious. So I thought, why not live together? And
I was living with her when you were talking to her, mate. We're not mates. We're not mates anymore. Apparently we're not mates. Apparently we're not mates.
That was supposedly his friend, huh? Yeah, no, that wasn't your friend, my boy. Not to sound fucked up, but he came into the experiment. So you can't really call him a friend. Came into experiment just like you. He signed up the same way, just like you. Can't really, I mean, y'all could start to become friends, but friends, you at least do this for a year before you could legitimately call somebody your friend.
At the beginnings of a relationship when you were married to me.
That's not the case, Ryan. That is not the case.
Ryan, you're saying that these guys were talking before final vows.
100%.
I would have had to because they were exchanged when he was
Because
there.
I was there when we all exchanged numbers. The first week that Clint came into the experiment.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I don't see an issue here. That I know that they're chatting. I didn't know the depth to it all. Jackie told me, and actually Clint confirmed it, that after one of the commitment ceremonies, Jackie called Clint at 3 a.m. saying like, oh, hey Ryan,
That's
this
not
is so
true.
unfair. But I'm like, it is okay for people to have friends. I'm friends with it as well. Well, at least I thought. The rumors were swirling, and I called Jackie after final vows, and I said, look, just tell me, are you and Clint about talking or maybe even meeting up? And she goes, no. And then she goes, I really do love you. I really do respect you. I would never disrespect you like that.
Oh, you lie and mask it with some type of sympathy truth. Because it's crazy. You just said, oh, we all came here, da 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 da, when you could have just said what he said. If he gave you that opportunity, yeah, you could have just yes, that's the case. Nothing left to be said. He thought he went under the guise that y'all was doing this for real, but you weren't doing this with him. Doing it with somebody else and blaming him for what, not being better than the person that you were initially attracted to. I guess I know it wasn't attracting. Like, you're not attracted to him. You can say that as much as you want. And if you is, you know that you look better and he may not leave.
That's not what happened.
I've got the text to confirm.
The phone call, Ryan.
I
And now you're
called, yeah, after that phone call, you sent me texts saying those exact things, and I've still got them on my phone.
Look at Ryan.
Being held accountable for your actions.
No.
Ryan, you seem really hurt by this.
You know what? If I have to be completely honest, it's not this specific situation. It's the culmination of this relationship. You made my life hell. And my question is, with the mountain of evidence, actions, words, contradiction, and non-acceptance, did you ever really want to be in this relationship with me?
Yes.
That was a lie. You can say whatever you want. You don't like to feel guilt. That's it. That's as far as I'm willing to take it. You don't like to feel guilt and you don't like to be wrong. So you're willing to lie. And if whoever finds out the truth, you're just going to double down. Because how are you willingly saying yes to this, but just 2 seconds ago admitted that you was talking to this guy for 2 weeks in the start of the whole shit? All right? Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Tell me if y'all think those two guys were the same. Tell me what y'all think.